Good Shabbos. Bertrand Russell, the great 20th century British thinker, once observed that the whole problem with the world is that fools and fanatics are always so certain of themselves, and wiser people so full of doubts. This quote always resonated with me, and I believe it can help us appreciate better the greatness of Yaakov Avinu, a person so full of doubts. The rabbis are quite bothered by Yaakov's fear in this week's Torah reading. As he prepares to reunite with Esav, the brother who bore such hatred for him, a brother whose very identity is marked by violence and aggression, Yaakov naturally feels afraid. Vayira Yaakov ma'od vayetzer lo, Yaakov was immensely frightened and trembled. And yet the rabbis question this fear. After all, Yaakov was assured by Hashem directly that Hashem would protect him. When he first left home, Hashem spoke to Yaakov in his dream of the ladder and said, V'hinei anochi imach ushmarticha b'chol asher telech, v'ashivosicha el ha'adama hazos, ki lo e'ezavcha. I am with you. I will protect you wherever you go, and will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you. With such a divine guarantee, why should Yaakov be afraid? Should he not draw upon his emunah, his faith, and feel assured of his safety? Yaakov demonstrates here the value of uncertainty. Because even with all of these assurances, Yaakov still feels a sense of uncertainty born out of his profound humility. Even with Hashem's assurances, he doesn't take his worthiness of those assurances for granted. Instead, he declares, Katonti mikol hachasadim umikol ha'emes asher asisa es avdecha. I am unworthy of all the kindness that you have so steadfastly shown your servant. And so, he embraces the uncertainty he feels and uses it to motivate himself to prepare to meet Esav in very practical ways, with prayer to Hashem, gifts for Esav, and defensive measures in case of attack. Put differently, Yaakov teaches us how to balance our faith with uncertainty, or how to balance our faith with humility. Yaakov Avinu is a wiser person, so full of doubts. Uncertainty can manifest in our lives in different ways. At times, it can breed deep anxiety, and yet at other times, it can also promote a sense of humility and renewed focus. The world we live in today is characterized by more uncertainty than in the recent past. Even with a vaccine beginning to appear on the horizon, we remain quite unsure about what our world will look like even a few months from now. And this uncertainty continues naturally to breed fear and anxiety. But we can be inspired by Yaakov as well and embrace that uncertainty and use it to deepen our sense of humility and our connection to Hashem. If we find ways to accept and cope with the uncertainty and use them to motivate ourselves, then we will have followed Yaakov's wiser model. Hillel teaches us in Pirkei Avos, Al ta'amin ba'atzmecha ad yom moscha. Do not trust in yourself until the day of death. Part of this message is that we can thrive better as Jews if we practice a certain amount of uncertainty and humility by utilizing these traits to propel us forward, to improve ourselves, to serve others, and to yearn for Hashem. Good Shabbos.